Mooney, of course, as you stated. I'm the Director of Multicultural Initiatives with the American Heart Association, the Greater Southeast Affiliate. And I work under the umbrella within the AHA, the Health Strategies area. And I've been here a little over 2 years. And what led me to this path?
Yeah.
Just my overall involvement, community involvement, and just awareness of things that impact one's health. I've always been involved in that, and now I'm actually doing it. So, yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so since I've been here, I've seen a lot of flyers. I've been on the social media website. So, how can you tell me how maybe your communications have changed within the time you have been here? Maybe you have noticed anything.
Oh yeah, they are. Our communication area is very, very progressive in terms of how they are in tune with the involvement of communications, because we in the area it's all about bringing awareness. So we need to have a strong communications area to draw people in to our resources, whether it be the internet. Okay. So we have to market to attract them. We have to get the word out to attract them. And so, yeah, and then, it's our communications area. We're strong in that area, I might say. Very.
Okay.
Yeah.
So while I've been here, I've been working on a few different projects, and I've been working mainly with the Martin Luther King Merchant Society. And since I've been there, I've been revamping, making their social media outlets. Can you please tell me a little bit about how are you guys even associated with that?
Sure. The Martin Luther King Merchants Association is a nonprofit organization that's located in the MLK corridor area of the city, which happens to be one of the communities in which we do most of our a lot of our community engagement, working with community-based organizations such as the Martin Luther King Merchants Association, and federally qualified health centers as well, clinics and healthcare providers. So the connection is that the Merchants Association, the officers of the Merchants Association, they are members of the Social Determinants of Health Task Force with the American Heart Association. And I know the work that they do within that area, addressing the social determinants of health. And one thing that we at the American Heart Association, we value our partnerships, in particular with CBOs, community-based organizations, because they lack a lot of resources and access to a lot of resources. And so as partners, and as they help us spread the word, the information, to disseminate the information to the community, because we're a nonprofit, they're about a nonprofit, so it's not like we can pay them or they can pay us. So we pay each other with our services, some of the services that we offer, as long as they're not breaking the law.
And how is how as me coming in as a social media marketer, how is that important for them as an organization? How is that helping them out?
Sure. So it helps them also be an extension of our social media by putting. I got you involved with them to really kind of help them with the visual parts, the things that are really important to the millennials, for example. And why not have a millennial to create it, right?
Yeah.
They were a little obsolete, a little outdated, and they need to
some help.
Upgrade. Some help, yeah. That's a big sum, right? And you've been doing an outstanding job with helping them with their social media, also broadening their social media outlets as you have and set them up, and training them on how to keep it up. And I appreciate that. Yeah.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. And then lastly, if for someone who's dealing with social media, someone going into marketing, what is some advice you could give them when using social media, when marketing?
Absolutely. Well, you know what? The thing is all about integrity and your ethics and your morals. I think my thing is people are trusting you to tell their story. You know, tell the story. Get to know your audience. Be a part of that audience. You never know, it might take you to the next level in terms of you capture the audience of your story, of what you post on social media, or some PSA that you may have created. You know, I think it's important to respect the individual that you're interviewing, be honest to the individual, and don't violate their trust.
Yeah.
And because the work that we do, it's important that our social media or communication outlets are we respect the people, okay? Because otherwise, we're not going to reach the people.
Yeah.
And the heart disease is going to remain number one throughout the world, okay? So we are broadening here at the Heart globally. We have, by our global outreach is allowing us to really look within ourselves to realize what we're lacking, and that could, and what we've noticed what we're lacking is our communications. It's mainly in English, very little Spanish, and we live in a global world, global society. So in order, heart disease impacts everyone.
Everywhere.
Yeah. So just be honest, respect that individual, and truly tell their story from their lens.